You think you will always have what you need: oxygen, supplies, and time. You think, no matter how bad it gets, help will come, that backup will arrive, that someone else will make the impossible decisions, until the day comes when you're the one standing in the hallway, holding a nearly empty oxygen cylinder and realizing you have to choose who gets to breathe. It was during the worst wave of the pandemic. We were full, beyond capacity. Patients lined up in stretchers down the corridor, makeshift isolation zones in the cafeteria. Oxygen tanks lined the walls like soldiers on standby, but they were running out faster than we could replace them. I was covering both the high dependency unit and the overflow beds. Our central supply was delayed, deliveries stalled. We had maybe 3 portable oxygen tanks left, no wall supply in half the overflow area. And I had 4 patients who could not breathe without support. One was an 82-year-old woman with chronic illness. She was unconscious, blood pressure falling. Her family had already said their goodbyes over video call. One was a 36-year-old teacher, father of 2, on high-flow oxygen, awake, terrified, gasping. The third was a middle-aged woman with advanced cancer. And the fourth, a 19-year-old boy, post-accident, bleeding into his lungs. I radioed the supervisor again, ETA, on oxygen. The response was the same: they're trying, do what you can. I looked at the tanks. One was flashing red, the other 2 at 15%. I had to choose, not in theory, not in a simulation, in real time. I remember my hands shaking. I had been trained in triage, in prioritization, but no training prepares you for choosing who lives a little longer and who doesn't. I kept checking vitals, watching oxygen saturation, listening to breathing, and then I made the call. I withdrew the line from the elderly woman. We gave her morphine for comfort. I held her hand, whispered a prayer. She passed 15 minutes later. That one decision gave the 36-year-old enough oxygen to last until supply arrived an hour later. He survived. He went home 2 weeks later. I got a handwritten thank you note from his daughter, decorated in crayons. "I love you, nurse. You saved my daddy." But I couldn't read it without crying, because saving one life meant letting another one go more quickly. I didn't speak much that week. The guilt was strange. It wasn't that I made the wrong choice. It was that I had to choose at all. Nursing isn't just compassion. It's control under chaos. It's acting decisively while your soul screams in protest. I still see her face sometimes. The elderly woman, peaceful, quiet, but I wonder if she knew that I chose not to fight harder for her in that moment. And yet, had I split the oxygen too thinly, I might have lost both her and the teacher. These are the things we carry. Learning lessons for healthcare workers. 1. In crisis care, ethical decisions are rarely clean. You must rely on protocols, clinical judgment, and your conscience. 2. Triage is painful, but necessary. It doesn't mean valuing one life over another. It means acting to save the most lives with the resources available. 3. Never make these decisions alone. Debrief with your team. Talk it out. These wounds heal slower than you think. Learning lessons for medical and nursing students. 1. Be ready to face dilemmas where there is no perfect answer. 2. Learn your ethics. Learn your system protocols, but also prepare emotionally for the moments those protocols feel like they tear at your humanity. 3. You will not forget your first impossible choice, and that's okay. Learning lessons for the public. 1. Resource limitations are not just numbers, they are lives. 2. During pandemics or disasters, frontliners are forced into impossible situations. Understand the emotional toll behind every medical decision. 3. Support systems must ensure oxygen, medication, and manpower are available, so no nurse has to choose who breathes and who doesn't. Closing reflection. I still think about that night. The hallway smelled of sanitizer, sweat, and grief. The monitor beeps felt louder. The silence after a patient passes, even louder. I didn't break that night, but a part of me changed forever. Because sometimes, being a nurse doesn't mean saving everyone. It means standing in the fire, making the call no one else wants to make, and living with it. This is Silent Scrubs, where we share the hidden stories of hospital life. Please subscribe and share.